Hi, so it's Thursday. So, what time is it? It's almost 3. So, pretty much this morning I did my workout as usual, was doing some email stuff. I'm back to working on Kana. I'll just show you because I'm still working on her designs. I have probably like 10 more I still have to finish. So, they're all pretty small. It's just like either her character head or it's just like her body. Essentially, the full body is what I'm doing. But again, it shouldn't hopefully take me too much longer. Maybe like 2 hours ish. So we'll see. And then at least I'll be done with that. But this is Little Kana. So I also have to still do her voiceover, which I'm gonna kind of write the script for, like at least maybe an outline of one that I can kind of talk about for a video for tomorrow. Um, I'm also gonna be looking into maybe making like AI videos, but they're not going to be like characters that they kind of come up with. They're going to be my own. So I almost want to see if I can upload my own characters and see if like chat or someone can make them 3D. I really want to try that and see what happens. If that works, then I might, or if it can, then I might just write out the script because I make like, well, made these little comics that I called minis. So I almost want to turn those into like little videos. I don't know how long they would be, depends. You know, some of them are like in parts, like 5-minute videos or something. So I almost want to do that. See if I can do like voice generating. That'd be kind of interesting and very cool if I could also achieve that. And then like sound effects and maybe like music or something. Because I'm watching like 2 different people who do like AI characters. Or at least one does, and the other one, she's showing you how you can do it. So I almost want to use some of the stuff that both of them are using, like do a mixture of it, but also see what else is available, see what else I can do. So I'm like, that'd be really cool if I could do that. Because I'm hoping like overall it wouldn't take me like super long to do, but I don't know. I mean, obviously, I think the hardest part would be just making the video itself. I feel like that would take the longest. So that's what I kind of just want to see what happens. Because I'm wondering if I can. Because that would be fantastic. So that was another idea I had. So that's what I'm working away on. So I'm on this part right now. So I still have these I gotta finish all the way up to here. So I already did the rest of these. The coral bean's completely done, so she's ready to like get uploaded on the laptop and stuff too later. But yeah. So this is kind of where I'm at. So not too bad. That's why I'm like maybe 2 hours and I'll be completed. But that's good. And then I also kind of want to do clay stuff and start working on the next video, which is a comic video. And then after that, I think it's the fall dragon is what I have next. Because I have spring and summer done. They've been done for a long time now. Since I'm like slowly getting back into making my series. So I think she's next. Yeah. Yeah, it should be a she. Because spring, yeah. So it should be she. Then I gotta do winter. But that'll be obviously later on. Well, that probably won't be till like next year at this point. It's fine. That's also why I'm doing the seasons hogs too, to kind of help with that. And then maybe next year I can work on doing the seasons dragons or something, which would be kind of cool. And just kind of get them ready. I think is probably what I should try to do. Because once I'm done with these 4 seasons dragons, I'll work on like the next set of season animals, which will be something else. I don't know if I'll do hedgehogs right away since I'm kind of doing these. Obviously, the actual like seasons hedgehogs will be very different compared to what I'm doing at the moment. But we'll see. So that's kind of where I'm at. So making decent progress. I'm kind of hoping I'll be almost done. Because then once I get done with these drawings, I'll get them up on my laptop at least. But then I'm going to go probably back and forth between the videos and then the script so I can kind of get her video completely done because she's ready to go because I already got the video like put together, so I literally just have to make her, or at least do the voiceover for her and then upload her tomorrow, and then that's done. And then for the video I posted today, I did just talking about the tiers really quick on Patreon. I just kind of showed each tier and then like just the name and like my mascot, and that's all I did for this one. So the next video will be me starting to kind of show, I think, what's with each Patreon tier. So I'll also go ahead and upload, like make a post of what is available to people that I have done. So I can also kind of just show that. So I'm just gonna start that process too, but that won't be until Monday, because tomorrow it's gonna be my little Kana video reveal of the sketch to like the finish is what I started doing. So I'm gonna do that for tomorrow, but then possibly today I will still need to at least start coloring like pencil wise on the comic, because I've gotten this far with it, so I literally just got the marker done, so I just need to finish now. And I got the pencil sitting right there behind me. They're right there. I'm like, I should start working on that, but I'm not in the mood. So if I don't work on it today or tomorrow, then I might bring it to work and just start working on it on Saturday. At least get it up to the point where I need to record, which should be fine. At least I know it's done, so that way I can just sit there and just do the recording. Because that video is not needed until next week, so I have a week to do it, which is fine. Obviously, if I can get ahead on it, the better, and then I can start working on the next video. Because I do like it when I have like when I'm like 1 to 2 videos ahead. It makes it easier because I have not posted a video, like an actual like drawing video, for like past 2 weeks. So I need to get back onto that. I do post shorts though, like 5 times a week, so that's why I'm like, I'm not that worried about it. Like I still post something, even though it's not like an actual video. So I'll post Kana tomorrow, so that way I can start getting on that process. I want to do my comic videos, but they're just they just take a while, and the problem is that, like, after a while I get bored with them, so they just become harder to do. It's fine. All right, let me stop talking so I can get back. All right, so it's after 9. It's almost 10. So I did get the drawings done a little while ago, so I'm kind of lollygagging a little bit. I was kind of watching videos. I was waiting for my laptop to recharge. So I kind of got the Kana script pretty much as good as it's going to get, because the video is 9 minutes is where I have it at, which I'm going to leave it at. I'm fine if these videos are like 9-10 minutes. I'm completely fine with that. But I should have enough to at least I can kind of start, and then normally I kind of ramble through it. So that's probably what's going to end up happening. But at least like good chunks of it, I have something that I can kind of read. I've also made a decision, so I'm still going to do the whole, like, try and make the whole video thing. I think would be fun, just with the AI stuff. So, I watched, like, 2 different videos on it, and I was like, so it kind of gave me some ideas of what I could do. So, one video I watched where it was, well, I guess both of them were, they, like, typed in what they wanted, and then, like, chat and stuff just gave them the character. So, I was going to see if I could just upload my own picture and like get like a 3D rendition of some sort to kind of help with making a video. I think I can. I will definitely try it later on, because that'd be really, really cool if I could actually do this. And also maybe like get like sound effects and whatnot. I don't know if I'll have talking in it. I'll have to see. It depends on like I wrote down a few choices that I guess this is Copilot because I'm on Microsoft popped up for me. So I wrote some things down along with some sound generators, you know, for sound effects pretty much, to include possibly music. I don't know, but I wrote those down. So what I'm going to do is, since I have Kana here, she's done, and I've actually started Aerith in the same style, so it's my cutie style. I figured, why not just keep going with my dinos, because I'll have 2 more after I get done with Aerith. And they shouldn't take me like uber long, just because of how big these papers are, like how big I cut them. They're like 3x4, I think, because the paper I normally use is like a 6x8. And I just cut them in half. So I'm thinking if I get these done, you know, isolate the character. I mean, I'm also doing this so I can have, you know, videos, just have videos, like kind of ready. But also when I get done, I can isolate the character from the drawing and then upload that. I'm just kind of curious to see if that would work to kind of give me a rendition that I can upload to make it 3D. Because I'm like, versus me having to type in what I want, because these are like difficult to describe. If I can just upload them with the picture I have and it just does it for me, and then even chat kind of gave a thing where it could do kind of like your character model sheet where it's like the full turnaround. It could even do that for me. So that way if the video creator needs that, then I can probably upload that too. So that's what I want to try. But obviously if I'm going to do these like little mini videos, I'm thinking maybe 5 minutes. I'll have to see. Because I'm pretty sure I gotta, type in what I want them doing, which is fine. Again, I have minis comics I've already started, so I'm like, I can literally just take that and make them a little bit longer and turn them into like an actual video, which is fine. So I'm gonna start that. But I also just want to have like obviously the voice sound of the effects and whatnot, just for them walking or like any growling noises or whatnot, because they're animals or dinosaurs, they're gonna have growling or like swishing of tails or whatever, so or like snapping of teeth. So that's why I'm like I kind of want to have that, and if I could possibly get voices going and like to a point where I actually like them and I think they would fit with the character, I might have them talking, which would actually make it a lot better than me just kind of them having them gesture about what is going on and whatnot, which it could still work, but I'm thinking the talking might actually work too. Obviously, I'm like, do I want to keep this PG? I don't know. I'll have to see how I feel, because my stuff's not really, it's like PG-13 mostly because of the language. But that's kind of where I'm at. So I'm actually pretty excited for this project. It's gonna be a learning curve. But yeah, I'm gonna get them drawn first, and then I will actually get them, so maybe next week. Because tomorrow I'm gonna work on the Kana and Coral Bean kits, because they're ready now. I can actually start like getting them planned out. Like I have this stuff written down of what I want to do, but now I can actually start putting them together. And then I gotta work on the comic, and then if I feel like it, I'll start probably trying to do clay stuff. And then Monday, Tuesday, we'll probably be finishing up the comic page. Because I should have one panel, because I'm going to take it with me and just work on it over the weekend. I'm just going to do that instead. I also just went ahead and sketched out the next drawing. So it will be the fall next. So this is going to be a little bit different than what I normally would do. So he's actually going to be she. No. Do I want it to be a he? I don't know. I'll have to decide later. But the dragon's gonna be on its back. So it's gonna be, rolling around the leaves. I'll have the wings kind of extended, where they're like kind of curling up and whatnot. So that's kind of what I was doing here, where they're curled over type of thing. So obviously these parts will be a lot bigger than the dragon because they're gonna be closer to us. So I'll have the head kind of slightly pointed upwards, but on the side. The neck will kind of be more on the side. Obviously we'll have the whole tummy. And then the tail will just be kind of curved and whatnot. So because I'm going to have the back, I guess it's going to be almost kind of Godzilla-esque with the back. But they're going to be kind of with maple leaves is my intention. So then some parts of the spines on the back you'll see. Obviously a huge part of it will be the tail. I'm going to have acorns mixed into, because in the summer dragon I have seashells, and the spring dragon I have little pink flowers. So I'm going to do the same here. The colors I'm actually going to do are going to be orange for the main one, yellow, and green, because I was looking at some color palettes, and I actually if I'm going to do a color palette, I actually really like these colors together. I'm not really a fan of red and green, which, yeah, I know, I did the Coral Bean Dragon, but that was a special case. But with this, I'm going to stick with those three for the main, and the background will still have like red, orange, yellow, brown, a tiny bit of green, maybe like a lighter green, and I'll have like blue and gray. So I'm also going to do clouds. I'm going to have it more of a sunset, so it's kind of why I did shade it like this. I'm also going to kind of challenge myself a little bit with shading, because essentially the sun's going to be like back here, so the lighting will be coming in this way. So that was kind of my intention. Obviously was some parts will be kind of lit up. And then I'm also going to try to probably take a paint pen and add in some highlights as well, like yellow ones, I think. Even though he's going to have yellow on him, I just think it would be better to still have some areas with like just pure yellow. Nothing shaded, just bright yellow. Because obviously this yellow will be shaded. I'm going to have some bare trees, we'll have some rocks, and obviously some leaves kind of rolling around, probably some grass poking through still. So that was kind of my intention. So that'll be what I work on next. But that'll be whenever I actually get the comic page done. So I'm not doing like too many. The problem is that I want to do like everything at one time right now, and I can't. And there's also some other like personal stuff I'm also trying to do. But I think me working on this for the time being is good. So that's why I'm like, maybe next week I can actually get this started. because then I'll work on Aerith now, and then next week I can pick up with the other names are Mare and Siln. I don't remember what exactly I have Mare being. He's some type of omnivore. He walks on two. He's a bipedal. He reminds me of a Gallimimus. If you've seen Jurassic Park, he reminds me of one of those. But I don't. It might be a Gallimimus. I don't know, because it is. I picked it on purpose because it was an omnivore, so I can have one of each type. And then a Siln is a pterodactyl, so I can have a herbivore, omnivore, carnivore, and a pescivore, which was a point. So I also got to work on them. That's why I'm like, they shouldn't be, like, Siln, the pterodactyl, she's going to be the easiest one. The easiest one to do. Like, she'll be super quick. And plus, she'll probably be in the air. I might have, you know, rocks and stuff underneath her. Like, 'cause I know the pterodactyls like to nest on the beach and the cliffs and whatnot, and they live near the water. Once I figure out exactly what I made Mare, I'll go from there. Like, I have a big-ass dinosaur book, and that's where I got him from. So that's why I'm like, I have to remember what the hell he is, because I don't remember. It's just, it's a weird name. That's why I'm like, he's nothing like super special to me. But I literally picked him because of his dietary type. I wanted one that was omnivore, that was also like night vision. But there wasn't really anything like that. So I was like, I'm like, all right, I'll at least stick with the omnivore diet just so I can kind of stick with that idea. But that's where we're at. So I'm very excited. So I'm hoping this actually works. Obviously, especially up front, I know it's going to be a lot of work because it's going to be a learning curve for me. Because I got to like figure out how everything's supposed to fit together and whatnot. And also just making sure that the drawings kind of come across properly and whatnot. So it's going to be interesting. But I'm sure it'll be fine once I can, especially once I narrow down what system I actually need to use. I think it'll be fine. Because yeah, I have quite a few who I think might work. So I'll have to see. I think maybe one of these might be an all-in-one situation. I don't know. I'll have to look. But I'll wait until I'm ready to like actually start getting into this before I do it. But I at least have that prepared. And like at least figured out, which was important. So I can actually knock that off for right now. And then next week we'll pick it up again. But yeah. So that's probably gonna be the biggest thing, is obviously the Kena video, the kits, and then probably some other stuff tomorrow. Well, especially like working on them. I don't know if I'll get to clay. That's why I'm like, I might have to wait and just do clay over the weekend. If I feel like it. That's the biggest problem, is because Saturday and Sunday I don't have energy when I come home, so it's hard. I don't know, but I still have one more day before I have to go back. So let me get back to working on Aerith now. So I'll have to see where his video is. I think I can just go straight into actually just doing like the darker pencil now before I have to come back and discuss more. I am going to have to fix the background now though, to kind of match it up with how I did Kena's. So I have him in flowers, so I'll put the border down and probably add some trees and whatnot, I think, and kind of give it more of an open space because he is a lot bigger than Kena. So, well, because he's a Stegosaurus, that's why. Well, he's not really a lot bigger, but you know. So, yeah, I think I'll get to that. I'm just excited. So I'm hoping that this works. That's my biggest problem, because I don't know what I'm doing. So I'm hoping this works. I'm also trying to use as much like, you know, free stuff as possible. Obviously, if there's an all-in-one system, that I might have to just sit there and just pay for it, and hopefully it'll kind of work and just, you know, pay for itself. So I don't know. Because my intention is to kind of just upload it to YouTube. I'll make a third channel. It's probably going to just be called, like, Arleithia's Minis, I think is what I'm going to call it. So that's kind of my intention with that. Which I think would be fine. So that was just my idea. And then kind of just go from there. But that's kind of where I'm at. So, I don't know. I'm excited. So we'll see how it goes, but you know, that's where I'm at right now. So I'm gonna get started on him and then I'll come back. Good news. My 12 little animal drawings are done. The marker is completed. And now it's time to finish them up. Which means pencil time. Then I can take pictures and fix them up a little digitally before the final test. Hi, so it's Wednesday. Pretty much nothing's been going on. I've literally just been working on my little characters for the past several days. Still not done. But I'm almost there. So I'm finishing up their colored pencil, and then tomorrow I will be taking pictures outside so it's like in the direct sun. And then later today I'm gonna do some stuff on the laptop with looking up, I guess deciding what I want to use for the video situation. And I think some other things, there was some stuff I was wanting to look at. So, but this is where we are. So they all have their marker. Mayor is done. Maybe, possibly one day. So he's done. Kane's done. So I'm working on Celeste right now. So I still have her neck and head and then this wing. And then I just gotta work on Arlith. And then we're done. And then, yeah, tomorrow will be pictures taking. But I also gotta work on the comic, though, for Friday's video, because I have not touched that. I still gotta put pencil to it. So I was like, okay. So I'm gonna get these guys finished, and then working in between, like, computer stuff, I'm also working on the comic and going back and forth to get them done. So that's gonna be fun. We'll see. I guess if I really don't get it done on Friday, I don't get it done on Friday. Like, it's fine. Because then the next video is going to be the Fall Dragon. So I'll have to work on that. But I won't work on him until I get done with the comic video. So we'll see. That's kind of where I'm at. So nothing really much to update because it's still a long-term project, but that's fine. So maybe a little later on, I can show you a little more, because I'm also going to try and work on the Kana and Coral Bean, like, kits and, like, little activity book things, too. But that'll be after I'm done with coloring these, because I can't do anything else with these guys until tomorrow when I take pictures, and then I can go from there. Which is fine, because that way I can at least get some other stuff done. So that's kind of my intention right now. So that's where we're at. So nothing too crazy to update, but I'm slow but steady. Good news, I'm finally done. Bad news, it's almost 6. Yay. So, I don't even know. I don't know. So, I guess since today's just been a coloring day, today will continue to be a coloring day, and I will just work on the comic for the rest of the day, I suppose. And tomorrow I'll start getting into, like, actual work stuff. Just because I'm just, like, at this point, I'm like, no. I'm also hot, because I've been, like, on a couple walks throughout the day, so I'm, like, hot, and I'm like, no. I also gotta make myself food soon, so I'm like, I didn't want to, but this is where we are. Arlith is now done. Mare was already finished. Celeste is all good to go, and Kane is good as well. So that means tomorrow I can take pictures, do their digital stuff, and then I can work on trying to figure out video stuff, but probably in between or whatever, I will also try to do other things I need to, like picking the platform and whatnot, so I'll just do the rest of it then. But I'm probably just going to end it here, honestly, because I'm just coloring, like, there's nothing else going on again. Unfortunately, that's just how it is for me. So I'll pick it up in the next one. Hopefully I'll have a little bit more, because I will be doing more. Because once I get done there drawing stuff, which hopefully won't take me super long. I am doing 12 of them, but it should be pretty fast. So we'll see, because I can't take a picture till, like, the light's, like, good enough. So it probably won't be till, like, maybe 10 or 11, which is fine. So what I'll probably do is after my workout, I'll probably start doing some computer stuff until I can take pictures, just to get ahead somewhere. So that's probably what's gonna end up happening. But I'm just glad that these guys are done so I can start working on the next step. But we're getting closer, yay. So I should be able to at least start something with the videos. Will I get it finished? I don't know, because it's something I gotta play around with, and you know, there's obviously other things I still gotta do too. So we'll see. But yeah, with that, I'm just gonna end it here because there's nothing else to show. I'm just working on the comic. But stick around if you want to see what I figure out how to do next time with video stuff and the coral bean and Kana kits, and potentially maybe trying to sculpt. I'm hoping. I'm trying to, but it's just like I got other stuff popping up, so I'm like, ugh, it's hard. And it's also, sculpting's not my forte, so I gotta learn how to do that. But yeah, if you want to stick around, see what else I can do, feel free. But other than that, I will see you on the next one. Bye.